This is Praeclara, a K-type orange dwarf star and the center of the Praeclaran star system. It has been burning for 12 billion years, supplying nourishing light to the planets that orbit it for what seems like a promised eternity. "106 million kilometers from this star lies a planet named Annularis. It is about 1.4 times the size of Earth, with a 10-hour day and an 839 Annularan day year. The planet is composed mostly of iron, oxygen, and silicon, being covered in a layer of water on its surface. A singular large moon by the name of Praeclara orbits it. It was formed after an impact split the initially larger mass of Annularis in two. The moon's orbit has been slowly receding. By a few centimeters each year, it gets further from the planet, and over the billions of years Praeclara has orbited Annularis, it has moved a substantial distance from the planet. It is now at a point where the orbit of the moon is at a low stability compared to what it was initially. Located within Praeclara's inner habitable zone, this planet has allowed life to flourish for billions of years. Here, photosynthesizers have evolved to absorb blue and green light, reflecting red to avoid overheating, causing their unique coloring. With a greenhouse gas-rich atmosphere and a close proximity to the star, the planet's oceans experience a constant cycle of evaporation and precipitation, causing thunderstorms all over the planet's surface. The high average precipitation of the planet means that ecosystems much similar to Earth's tropical rainforests dominate the planet's surface. But in the center of the supercontinent lies a vast desert, the result of rain clouds from the oceans being blocked by mountain ranges before it can reach the interior. Here, rain can occur less than a dozen times a year. But even in these desolate conditions, life has found ways to survive. One creature of particular interest is unlike most that live in the desert. It is diurnal, the result of it evolving from ancestors that once lived in the jungle. During the day, when most organisms enter a deep sleep to avoid the heat of the star, this creature wanders the sands, in search of photosynthesizing bulbs. At night, these plants hide under the ground to avoid being eaten, but during the day, when Praeclara is out, they rise to collect the energy of light. That is when they are caught. Rich in oils and nutrients, these succulent plants feed not only the bodies of the desert wanderers, but supply nutrients that help brain development. It is for this reason that these creatures' descendants will come to evolve a uniquely high intelligence, one that will come to greatly affect the future of the world they live in. But around the outer gas giant InGens, something interesting is happening. Distant gravitational disturbances have disrupted the orbital resonances of the moons around the gas giant. This has flung the icy moon Tenea out of its orbit around the giant and hurtling towards the star Praeclara. As the rogue moon nears Praeclara, the warmth of the star melts and evaporates ice on Tenea's surface. The steam is then blown into space by stellar winds, producing a trail behind it. On her journey, Tenea passes Nevaeus, another world located on the outer edge of the habitable zone. And slowly but surely, Tenea nears the unstable moon of Annularis. As Tenea brushes by Praeclara, the rogue moon's gravity pulls Praeclara even further away from Annularis, altering its orbit so much that it now ceases to be locked by the planet's gravity. This sends Praeclara on much the same journey as Tenea. A pilgrimage into the never-ending fire of Praeclara. And with that, Annularis is moonless. Without a moon to exert tidal forces on the planet, Annularis' core is now doomed to cool. This is because Annularis, when it formed, did not have a high composition of radioactive isotopes, and over the many billions of years it has existed, Annularis has burnt through most of the radioactive isotopes it did have. On Earth, radioactive decay supplies around half of its internal heat, helping generate a dynamo and create a magnetic field. As supplies dwindle, and with the newfound lack of tidal forces from the Moon, Annularis' core will cool. Then it will lose its ability to stop solar winds. Then it will have its atmosphere, oceans, and all life stripped away.